I'm going to show you how to set up my solar oven for the morning so I can preheat it. It's pretty simple. Everything is hinged. Folds up. You latch it. This last piece. So there you have it. There's the solar oven all set up. So you can see the reflectors are held together by these eye hooks. And the front reflector, I just have a piece of wire to hold it. Now that I have it up and I have done several segments on this solar sun oven, I'm gonna give you some of my thoughts on this, maybe my final thoughts on how I would have done differently. The front reflector, I was using hardboard. If I were to do it again, I probably would use luan plywood. It's a little lighter. I use on the side luan plywood, and the inside is okay. The reflective part is okay. People suggest using black interior, spray painted with some kind of oven paint, but I'm kind of suspicious of using spray paint on this. So even though it might increase the temperature a bit, and you know there are different opinions on that, I felt I should just leave it alone, just have a reflective interior. The thing that I would do differently next time is maybe I would lose this vinyl covering for the outside. Even though it is not in the inside, it's beginning to not disintegrate but warp a little just from the sun hitting it. So probably plain wood would be fine. Some people have suggested I made the opening in the back instead of hinging the glass at the front. It's a good idea, except I want to experiment flipping the oven around in the winter so that I can get a better exposure to the lower altitude of the sun. In the winter, this part here would be the bottom part, and then this part would be facing the sun. So I want to leave that option open and try in the winter to see if it would indeed work. Stuff because it mostly traps a lot of steam inside the oven, so you're mostly like sort of like steaming rather than baking. Unless you can get up to like 400 degrees, then everything will brown. But at about 280, it doesn't get brown. Things don't get brown quickly, so it's good for cooking rice, it's good for cooking potatoes. You can cook some meat in it if you don't care about the chicken or the beef or your pork coming out a little pasty, a little pale. You can get around that. You can cook it, and then with all the liquid, usually you would have quite a bit of liquid. You can finish off the cooking on your range, maybe the last 10 minutes you can reduce the liquid, add a little cornstarch, and your solar cooked food will look much better. So it is useful, but it is not for all types of cooking.